Hi there, this is AJ with Car Inspected, and today we are looking at this 2006 Ford E450 shuttle bus handicap access van. It's got 33,000 kilometers on it and change. Overall, pretty decent condition. I see no major accidents. I see no major rust. As you can see, body looks pretty good throughout for for the service vehicle that it is. There's some typical just kind of surface stuff here and there. A couple of little things, stickers peeling off, but I don't see, again, rust or anything like that in the fenders, hood. Front bumper is good as well, no major issues. The fiberglass shell also looks pretty decent. Some just normal age kind of things. Some the caulking kind of pulling a little bit, but no real issues. As you see, this front door is open and it does work properly. We look down this side. There's been a couple of little bumps here and there that you can tell. This is just all fiberglass, but you see some it's a loose and some separation, some crackage here and there. And as we go to the back, this is the handicap access ramp, lift, if you will. There is some cracked plastic on this edge. Possibly somebody backed into something. Right here, we see this taillight is cracked as well. As we look around the backside, everything looks to be in pretty good condition. Rear bumper looks good with no real issues. And there are a couple little cracks here as well. So again, a little bit of a bumper, something into a loading ramp or something. This side, everything else looks pretty decent though, with no major issues. All the windows look good. Everything seems to be sealed up with no real issues. Just typical things of the age. Door looks good on this side. This is a stock Ford door. Looks pretty decent. There is a little bit of surface rust, just starting here in the edges, but no real issues. Rocker looks good. The windshield does have a chip in it. It's no big deal. Right there, it's just about the size of my finger, as you can see. Other than that, though, looks pretty decent. We go around, look at brakes and tires. Everything looks pretty decent. These front tires are from 2014. You see the date codes here, and there's about 730 seconds of tread, so no major issues. A little bit of dry rot just starting on the edges, but all looks pretty decent. Brakes inside here, hard to see in the video. I got decent photos though. They look pretty good. Rotors are decent, and pads I'd say probably 95% or so. No real issues. Undercarriage has been repainted, undercoated to prevent rust and to look nice. I don't see any major rust issues under here. All looks pretty decent. I took a bunch of photos, you'll see. There is some wetness here and there. It looks like radiator hoses have been off and leaked. Taken off and just leak down as they serviced it or something. But because of all the new undercoating paint, I can't quite tell. As we go underneath, frame rails all look nice and solid. No rust issues. So we can see all looks pretty good. Exhaust looks good. No major leaks or anything like that anywhere else. Transmission has been rebuilt according to the dealer. And everything else looks pretty decent. Again, you'll see excessive photos. Took a bunch. No major leaks or any issues like that. Rear tires are both in pretty good shape. They're about 930 seconds of tread, and they are from 2017. So they do look pretty good with no issues. Brakes on the inside look pretty decent as well. Hard to get any photos or anything like that. You'll see backing plates and stuff like that, photos. All looks pretty decent under here. Again, no issues to speak of underneath. We go around to the driver's side, and we have a similar story. Tires are 2017s, Wranglers, with no issues, about 930 seconds of tread on both. Brakes look decent, rims look decent. This backing plate here, you can see there's a little rust on it. But again, underneath has all been repainted and redone. From what I can tell, I don't see any signs of major rust. I think they just redid it to prevent and stop anything from looking gross, but it all looks pretty solid to me. This is a gasoline, by the way. Looks good, no issues. We popped the hood. There's not a lot to see without taking the dog house apart, but we will pop the hood. And see, everything looks pretty decent. 1 second here. Gotta pop this guy. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Little pain in the butt there. Okay, so we look pretty good throughout. Everything I can see, I don't see any major leaks or issues, anything of that nature. Belts and hoses, etc. look pretty good. This is what I was talking about. You see how there's wetness here, around top here. I don't know where that came from. My wonder is some kind of lubricant that they put on it to take this stuff apart, but I'm not quite sure. I don't see, doesn't make sense that it would be a leak, so I don't know where that came from. Belts look good, hoses look decent with no real issues. The front battery is not in it, so there should be 2. There's one here and one on the passenger side rail. But we did test, and it is sitting at over 12 and charging at about 14.5 or so. So that all looks pretty good. We have no issues with our fluids. We tested our brake fluid. We got 0% humidity. We tested our coolant, and we are good to negative 27 or 30. So all looks pretty good. Oil, which is down there. We tested that. It looks pretty nice. We got a green light on that on the analyzer with no issues. Trans fluid looks fresh with no issues. We also have no frothing or any issues under there. It also sounds pretty good when it starts up. We're going to start it up in a minute to let you see it. A little bit of surface rust there. We'll go through the interior and then we're going to start it up so you can hear it run. So door panel's decent. A little bit of dirt and stuff. Manual window all seems to work as it should. Power seat works as it should. No issues. It's got a nice little Recaro seat in there. It's got the fast idle system. Dashboard looks good. All this looks good with no real issues. Go around the long way. I don't know why I did that. As we go in here, we see a little surface rust. And, well, I guess it's probably stainage and stuff on these steps. And as you go into the interior, we don't have many seats. There's 3 seats here, which look to be in good condition. All the tie-down straps are right here. These are for the passengers to strap wheelchairs and such to the floors with these runners. And everything looks pretty good in here. Cargo area with no issues. Everything looks pretty decent with no real issues. It smells a little like a wet dog when you turn on the AC. So they might need some new filters. However, they all did seem to work. The rear unit worked fine. Rear controls for these inclusive units work, as well as the front AC. So that all works. Radio seems to work. PA system works. So everything does seem to work as it should. This emergency door opens and closes without issue, just as it should. A little noisy. The little actuator is not attached. Looks like it was bent at one point, and that is gone. Here is the lift. Now I did open the door and tried to use it, but the switch does nothing, so I am not sure what's going on with that. The salesman told me that his supervisor has the separate key for it, and that is what that takes. So he is going to send you a video of it working. He says it works without any issues. So once you get that video, you can see it work. Unfortunately, I am unable to test it because he says this supervisor guy has the key. So we're going to start it now. I'm going to slide down in the seat here. See, it starts right up nice and quiet as soon as the airplane leaves. Idles well. Of course. Nice and quiet, no issues, no smoke, no leaks, no damage. All seems pretty good. So there you have it. 2006 E450. I'm going to take it on a test drive now and make sure it drives, make sure it transshifts well, etc. As usual, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.